Good morning. It is a big fall cleanup day out here. You can see the frost hit most of the flowers pretty good at this point. I need to come and collect seeds. And the zinnias are mostly gone at this point as well. Some of those the deer ate, and some of those I cut and did for the freeze dryer. But either way, we need to start cleaning that up. But our main focus today is going to be over in this field garden. Here. You can kind of see it's a little messy, but there are technically 3 rows right here that we were planning on planting garlic. Jason and I were just talking, we may actually grab that last bed there and plant garlic there as well, which means we'll move the onions for next season. So these beds, we're gonna be doing again more of the no dig style on this end of the garden. This will be adding compost onto each of these beds and fertilizer. And then we're gonna add some more mulch in the middle of the rows to help cut down on the weeds. And then I still have a tomatillo here. This tomatillo is pretty much gone, so that will get pulled out. And we still have some of the pumpkin to clean up in the middle here in the squash. We've got a few more onions that I'll probably pick up. And then we also have to take up all of this plastic and take out all the corn. And then all of the drip line that's in these rows. So definitely a little bit of work today, but it's absolutely beautiful. It's going to be about 60 degrees. I think it's like 45 right now, but in the sun it feels a lot warmer. Something's been digging over here. Probably our bunnies, but so we've got the 5 rows of corn to clean up. This 5 hills of squash. Take out the drip line over here, finish picking the tomatillo, and then uncover this and pull this out as well, and then put some soil, new compost, and fertilizer. We'll probably use the Down to Earth across all of these 4 beds. And we did just get some straw so that we can cover over the beds with the straw. So that's the stuff over here. The flower beds, we need to cut all of those down and pull up the black plastic on those. The corn area, we will actually put a black tarp down, and we may even have to till, just due to the intensity of the corn, like finger roots, stabilizing roots. So I will update you guys in a bit. I still needed to finish mulching the flower bed over here and also mulch this area over here and pull up a couple squash plants and some of the dead pumpkin. So again, we'll see what we get to, but the most important part is actually prepping the garlic, so we're going to prioritize where that goes. The goal will be to plant right around 350 garlic, and we also are going to be putting compost into the hoop house to rejuvenate one of those beds in there, to plant garlic in there for the winter as well. Happy fall. Most of the leaves are already dropping. We got some sugar maples left, but some of the oak trees are left. But definitely move to the golds and yellows. Jay's pulling up the drip line now, and the walkway black mulch fabric. We will have to till the corn. You can see using the tractor, and the back the big tool rack on the back of the tractor to collect a bunch of them parts so we don't lose them. I just took up the second tomatillo. This one was the late one that I used in order to pollinate. And so this is what's left of one big plant. I need to come and get another bowl because I'm out of space really. And then here's the tomatillos that I harvested from this one monster plant here at the end. And you can see there's a couple that I need to go collect over there too, but the bowl's gonna overflow. And then we need to get this drip line up, and then we'll start putting compost on here. But I think we're gonna take a quick break, get some drinks, and maybe some lunch. The sugar maples are just so beautiful. I had to show them. There's our little house and the big garage and shed. Got our hoop house. It's 12 by 16, and then our Birdie's raised bed garden back there. The flower garden's on the leach field, and then behind the garage is where we have the sawmill. Out here in the field garden, we're making really good progress. Jay was able to chop up the corn right at the roots, and so he's going to till the actual rows where the roots are, and then we will do kind of silage tarp or like one of the big black tarps over this until we need to plant. Like take it off about a week or two, probably 2 weeks, usually early. We'll also probably put some granular fertilizers, or organic OMRI rated fertilizer in the rows after, so he can till that right in. Aisles will probably leave untilled. Don't really need to mess with that. And we've been collecting all the different black tarps. And then over on the garlic, half of the beds, pulled the tomatillos. I've got a load of compost I'm gonna drive down right now, and another little bit of tomatillos left to pick up. And the onions that I pulled need to get hung for drying. And then I'm gonna start bringing compost and fertilizer into the garlic bed area. So I'll use an all-purpose, but I'll also use a higher, I think it's P, so for MPK, the higher middle number, since we're going to be planting a root vegetable, garlic. Having a higher, I think it's potassium, I get them very confused, will help with giving a little bit more of the fertilizer that we want to focus over there. And then we will have the straw we picked up from our local farms or garden store this morning that we'll put over the beds. And then I'm not sure if we'll plant this weekend. It may be plant tomorrow, but I do need to prep all the garlic because I've got a whole bunch of garlic that I need to break apart all the different cloves. So I will keep updating you guys on how we do. So I asked Jay to go really high over that onion patch because there were actually a lot more weeds on there since we didn't put straw on it. So normally I wouldn't do a till on this side of the garden, but since that side had been exposed, I'm just having them go down 2-3 inches, not very far, so it saved me from raking and I will check that spot. Looks like might be something in the ground right there. So the rest of these, I just have to pull out a couple of these mounds of, pick up some more tomatillos, and then this is ready. Like oak leaves, straw will stay right on top of these beds, and the worms will go to town and all the other wonderful living things in our soil. So, seems pretty good. Really, when you've got compost, you want to be able to clump it together and then simply break it apart. So this is pretty healthy soil. It's got a good smell, earthy smell, not bad. There's some grubs in there. So if we had done this a little earlier, we would have added nematodes into some of this. But I'm not even sure we need to actually add much compost onto this bed. Maybe just add some fertilizer, and should be really actually pretty decent. It's really nice soil. So